Okay, so John was on Anderson Cooper a few days ago, and he was also on Anderson Cooper probably about 12 years ago. And so just kind of looking at some of the possible similarities between these two interviews, if any at all. So here's the one that was 12 years ago, and then do the reaction or Anderson Cooper's reaction, and then the most recent one.
It surprised you that you had fear that you would learn the details.
Right. I'd have to go through and really understand what happened, and it kind of didn't want to go there. So
would you attend a trial?
Well, I wondered about that. I wondered if I would have to be there every day to hear every single gruesome detail. I was told that I would not have to be there every day,
and you wouldn't want to.
I don't know that I would want to. I was still dealing with that prospect when the DNA didn't match and he was released. But it was a kind of an awakening that this is not going to be easy, knowing.
It's interesting to hear you say that. I mean, I think a lot of...
That's such a basic question. Are you going to attend the trial or not? That it's just weird that he carries on like that. I'm just asking you, are you going to attend or not? I didn't ask you to regurgitate to me what your lawyer has told you that you would or wouldn't have to. Just simply tell me, you know what? I don't know if I'm going to, it's just everything that I've been through, and I'm not sure I want to hear that in detail. But he starts talking immediately like a like a CEO. I didn't know if this is a point to where you don't have to be CEO like. You can just be regular. Like, you don't have to lie here. Like, there's no gotcha moment. It's just, are you going or not? Well, I don't know. It's an opportunity to be authentic, so I don't know why he's doing that.
A lot of people would assume you would want to know.
Well, you do, but it's an ordeal to get there. I mean, first of all, John Mark Carr did not look like this evil monster that I had imagined that this person would look like. He looked like kind of a nice guy. And so it was like, oh, that's not what I would have expected. So it was, I had a friend of mine tell me,
so she first caught my eye, but she's kind of looking like, okay, John. Sorry, I had to get her fully in the frame so you can clearly see. So this lady right here she's skeptical, but her face is, and she's kind of like listening. She's really locked in. This gentleman, he's kind of locked in. This gentleman is just kind of trying to, he's just trying to gauge. He's trying to gauge. Kind of listening somewhat. He's locked in. He's staring dead ahead. She's kind of squinting. She's listening. I don't know why she has this sort of gleeful sort of smirk on her face, as if it's like she's already written him off. But she seems so annoyed at whatever he's talking about. Like, she's already pulling back like, what?
Several years ago, I said, we've been praying that God would reveal the killer for so long, and I wonder why he hasn't done that. And my friend said, well, maybe he knows you're not ready to know that yet. And that made sense.
That resonated with you?
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
And do you still think you're not ready?
No, I'm ready now. Yeah, no, it's that. Yeah, I mean, I obviously would like to know, what did we do wrong? What caused this person to focus on our family?
As lost as a goose in a hailstorm. What was this conversation about? maybe bringing on of John Mark Carr and all such as that, which is weird to me because you said it was an inside job. You said that. How then can we find a guy on the outside and it be him if it was somebody from the inside? I'm confused.
But so the bottom line is not going to bring JonBenet back.
Okay, so okay. We see the audience's reaction. Let's look at Anderson Cooper's take right after.
It's hard to imagine what John Ramsey has been through. I mean, not only he's lost 2 kids in his life, 2 of his children, and his wife, and still be able to get up every day and find joy in life and move forward is an admirable thing. And also to not know who killed your child, I can't imagine what that's like and what he's been dealing with, and also to have been under such public scrutiny for so long. And as someone in our audience said, I'm sure there's still people who think, that he played some sort of a role, or that his wife played some sort of a role in their daughter's death. So to live with that every day and yet, hold your head up high and live a life of dignity and to try to, find joy and accomplishment, I think is really admirable.
Okay. And then the more recent one from 2025.
CNN exclusive tied to the 1996 killing of JonBenet Ramsey. As you may know, the story dominated headlines decades ago, but no one was ever charged with the murder of the 6-year-old Colorado beauty queen. For years, questions swirled around the case and a cloud of suspicion hung over the parents of her. Now, CNN Jean Cazares has talked with JonBenet Ramsey's father just before he met with Boulder law enforcement officials for an update on the case. After that meeting, Ramsey told CNN he's impressed with the leadership in the police department and believes they are moving the investigation forward. Here's Gene's report.
The killer took away my desire to live for a while. The police, because of their actions and accusations, took away my ability to live. I lost my job. We lost our life savings. We pretty much got down to, we lived in a trailer for 3 years.
81-year-old John Ramsey says he is on a mission to convince Boulder law enforcement to solve his daughter's 1996 murder using cutting-edge DNA technology, genetic genealogy.
I think it's the only way this case will be solved. The technology is there. We know back in early 97, they sent a number of items to the lab for sampling. A number of them were returned unsampled. We don't know why. They weren't tested.
What were those items?
Well, the garrote, the suitcase that was propped up under the window that had to have been moved there. There was a rope left in one of the bedrooms that wasn't ours. There was a backpack that was left in the bedroom, same bedroom, that was not ours.
What was in that backpack?
Don't know. I didn't know it was there. I just saw pictures taken at the crime scene. I said, well, that's not ours.
Ramsey says he and his late wife, Patsy, were not given a lot of information about the investigation because for years they were the suspects until being formally cleared and apologized to in 2008. Ramsey says forensics found on the very were not given a backpack.
Left in one of the bedrooms that wasn't ours. There was a backpack that was left in the bedroom, same bedroom, that was not ours.
What was in that backpack?
More importantly, how did the backpack get up there? Like what bedroom?
Well, the garrote, the suitcase that was propped up under the window that had to have been moved there. There was a rope left in one of the bedrooms that wasn't ours. There was a backpack that was left in the bedroom, same bedroom, that was not left in one of the bedrooms that wasn't ours. There was a backpack that was left in the bedroom, same bedroom, that was not ours.
What was in that backpack?
The bedroom. Like what bedroom are we talking about?
Don't know. I didn't know it was there. I just saw pictures taken at the crime scene. I said, well, that's not ours.
Ramsey says he and his late wife, Patsy, were not given.
What kind of killer is this? What kind of sloppy killer is this? It's just what? Okay, they just bring a backpack in and just leave it in. Well, how are they eluding you? I mean, this has got to be the smartest, sloppiest killer ever. How are they eluding you being this sloppy? I mean, my God. You know, some serial unalivers leave a note and they leave clues very specifically so that you will find them. But it's like one or two things. This person just left everything everywhere and they were like, come and get me. It's like, I don't want to get away. I want to be found. Please come find me. Shouldn't take that long. I will be sitting in the local McDonald's eating ice cream, waiting for you to find me. They left the backpack full of information. What was in the backpack? I don't understand. What would they have brought to the crime scene? It's like they bought something but nothing. Like, who is this? They had a backpack that they bought, but it didn't contain any of the necessary material to commit the crime. A baseball bat that's not yours. Maybe a paintbrush. I don't know. They used your paintbrush. They used apparently they bought their own cord and their own tape. That's what they did know they needed. But they used a stun gun they used their own stun gun in their own boots. I think that's what they bought to the crime scene. They knew though that you would provide everything else other than that. That's a backpack. And what would we have tested in the backpack? We can't just say, oh, they didn't test it. Test what? Test what? Test the straps or I mean, they probably did. I don't know. Maybe they tried to pull prints off of the backpack and couldn't. Where'd the backpack come from? Like, what?
A lot of information about the investigation because for years they were the suspects until being formally cleared and apologized to in 2008. Ramsey says forensics found on the very day that JonBenet's body was located in the family's basement needs to be tested or retested.
They found an unidentified palm print that's never been tied to anybody. It was on the door, a little door leading to that room that I found JonBenet's body in.
But to Ramsey, it is one hair.
Didn't you open the door? Didn't Fleet White open the door?
That could be critical.
We have an unidentified pubic hair that was found in the blanket that was wrapped around JonBenet. We know that for a fact. That, to me, offers a huge hope for a solid DNA result that can be put in the right format and do genealogy research. That's perhaps the most important piece of evidence we have.
John Ramsey has a message if someone out there is holding information.
Please.
You are grasping at straws. You are down to the bare minimum DNA samples. And I am not comfortable. I understand, modern technology can do wonders, but we're getting down to like bare minimum samples, like one hair. Bro, if we mess this up, like we might screw the hair up. Okay.
Help us. I'm not vindictive. I just want an answer.
If Patsy could talk to investigate.
vindictive. I just want an answer.
If Patsy could talk to investigators right now, what would she say?
Patsy was probably the kindest person I've ever known, but she was strong, and she'd have, been pointing fingers to say, do this now.
You also represent JonBenet, the victim. Victims deserve justice.
Yes, they do. And the victim's family deserves that. This affects my 9-year-old son at the time, Burke, who's now an adult. He's been accused, he continues to be accused by the internet crazies that he's the killer. He's got to be the killer. Everybody knows it. And that bothers him. It's not going to change my life at this point, but it will change the life of my kids. That's why I want to get it solved.
John Ramsey told me that 6 to 8 months ago, he gave a very specific list to law enforcement of what he believes should be tested and retested. Now he tells me, following this meeting, he believes officials are committed to this investigation. Boulder's police chief recently said there are approximately 2,500 pieces of evidence. Jean Casares, CNN, New York.
CNN exclusive tied to the
Wasted my time. Wasted my time. That is essentially the same response from 2012. It's just different day. Different suspect. In 2012, it was John Mark Carr. In 2025, it is, we don't know who it is. It's some random hair found in the blanket. I mean, one hair, like just one, and in the blanket, like, I mean, they just found one, like they didn't find multiple. How is that possible? How is that possible? Also, I have to ask, what does it matter? What would that person have been doing? From everything that I read, there was no human interaction in that way. It was an item. It was an object. So I'm confused. Well, I guess I can see. Okay. But one? This guy, man. Most genius in the world. I am in awe of this person. I didn't learn anything from that. I didn't get anything from that. It's just the same thing. It's the same thing. Anyways, I'm not going to belabor the point. Like, share, subscribe. Let me know what you think. I don't think you'll have anything to add either, because I think you will just be just as stunned as I am at the absolute nothingness that I just watched. It's nothing. I can't express to you how much of nothing I just watched. I can't. I didn't watch anything. 20 minutes. It's like nothingness. Okay. You take care of yourself. Like, get home safe. Rest well. Drink water. And take it easy on yourself. Till next video. Take care.